Why them? Among billions of humans, why did these three specifically manage to reshape the world and build empires exceeding the budgets of nations? It's not about money, not even about luck. The secret lies in the system they refuse to tell you about. Today, we're not analyzing their wealth, we're dissecting their minds. In this video, we'll dive into the psychology of the giants. We'll reveal 3 shared psychological tactics and the dangerous trait that makes them succeed where others fail. Get ready, because you're about to see the world of money through completely different eyes. These 3 titans share a secret system invisible to most. It's not inherited wealth or lucky breaks. They operate on psychological principles that bypass ordinary thinking. First, they see systems, not just goals. Second, they embrace calculated risk where others see only danger. Fear becomes their fuel. Third, they master the psychology of influence. They don't just sell products, they shape how millions think. But there's one dangerous trait they all share: obsessive execution. Ideas without action die. They build relentlessly. This isn't motivation. This is the actual operating system of the 1%. And now you've seen behind the curtain. What drives a man to bet everything on saving humanity? Elon Musk possesses a rare psychological trait: high openness combined with extreme risk tolerance. This isn't recklessness. It's calculated courage rooted in a unique mental framework. His secret weapon? First principles thinking, a mental tool that rebuilds reality from scratch. Musk doesn't copy anyone. He breaks problems down to their fundamental truths, then builds entirely new solutions. He uses what psychologists call the savior complex, not as manipulation, but as authentic mission. He convinces employees and investors that working with him isn't just a job, it's saving humanity itself. This psychological framework transforms fear of failure into fuel for impossible missions. While others see barriers, Musk sees fundamental physics that can be rearranged. His openness to experience makes him unafraid of uncharted territory where others freeze. This is the psychology of existential risk, betting everything because the alternative is unthinkable. Every feature of Elon Musk's personality stems from this core: the willingness to risk everything for a future worth having. Jeff Bezos makes every decision by imagining himself at 80 years old, asking one question: will I regret not trying this? This psychological trait is called delayed gratification, the ability to sacrifice immediate comfort for massive future rewards. Bezos built his entire strategy around what he calls the regret minimization framework, a mental trick to combat short-term thinking. When the stock market crashes and investors panic, Bezos stays calm because he's playing a game measured in decades, not quarters. In his executive meetings, Bezos leaves one chair empty at the table. That chair represents the customer. This is a powerful psychological hack that forces everyone in the room to think like the buyer, not the seller. While competitors obsess over quarterly earnings, Bezos invests billions in infrastructure that won't pay off for 5 to 10 years. He knows that customer trust is built through consistency over time, not through manipulation or short-term tricks. This mindset allowed Amazon to survive the dot-com crash when everyone else collapsed, because Bezos was never playing their game. Bezos says his biggest advantage is that he's genuinely thinking about what customers will want in 2031, while his competitors worry about next month. The empty chair trick is now famous in business schools, but most leaders are too afraid to actually implement it because it exposes uncomfortable truths. Bernard Arnault, the man who mastered the psychology of desire itself. His title? Master of Perception. He doesn't just sell products, he sells something far more powerful. He sells belonging, membership to an exclusive class that most will never reach. The secret weapon? Artificial scarcity. The harder something is to obtain, the more desperately people crave it. Arnault built his empire on a simple psychological truth: deprivation increases desire. Limited editions, wait lists that stretch for years, stores that reject customers. This isn't by accident. It's psychological architecture. Every barrier erected makes the prize more valuable in the consumer's mind. Arnault's genius lies not in creating products, but in crafting an identity that people will pay anything to claim. When you buy luxury, you're not buying leather or fabric. You're buying a perception of yourself. Arnault understood status is the most powerful currency in human psychology. He turned handbags into symbols, watches into declarations, champagne into celebrations of arrival. His personal traits? Strategic patience, obsessive attention to brand perception, and an almost mathematical understanding of human desire. Bernard Arnault didn't just build a luxury empire. He engineered the psychology of wanting what you cannot easily have. 3 billionaires. One secret formula hidden in plain sight. First trait? Nonconformity. All three possess psychological immunity against others' opinions when making critical decisions. They have low agreeableness scores, meaning they don't bend to popular opinion when the stakes are highest. Second trait? Extreme stress tolerance. They use cognitive reframing to see crises as growth opportunities, not threats. While others panic, they rewire the problem in their minds until it becomes an advantage. Third trait? Optimistic realism. They have absolute faith in success, but with an extremely detailed plan for every small step. It's not blind optimism. It's calculated confidence backed by obsessive preparation. Fourth trait? Time arbitrage. All three make decisions designed to pay off in 10 to 20 years. While competitors focus on next quarter's earnings, these three are building for the next decade. This is the secret formula: immunity to conformity, crisis as opportunity, optimistic precision, and playing the long game. 4 psychological traits that separate billionaires from everyone else. Now you know the hidden formula behind 3 of the world's greatest fortunes. Follow us for more.